Hi, my name is Bryce Klingensmith, and I wanted to give a brief testimonial about the experience I had with the well-being strategy of savoring from mybestself101.com. And I loved it. So the reason why I chose savoring is because I noticed that as a person, sometimes I'm not always the greatest at enjoying the present moment. I can stay present enough, but even when things are positive and good things are happening, I'm not always the best at uh, recognizing that and allowing myself to feel good about it. A good example is, for example, I'm a really avid concert goer. I love going to see live music. And I notice that a lot of times when I go to concerts, I don't enjoy the concert until after it's over. Because when I'm in the concert, I'm busy evaluating the band's set list, like which of their songs did they choose to play, like whether I agreed with the order of the songs they put them in. I catch myself thinking like, oh, I've been to different concerts that I liked better, or I'd be having more fun if I was with closer friends and things like that. And then it isn't until after the concert when I notice, hey, that was really cool. And like, I would love to do that again, but it's over. And so I thought to myself, man, if I could learn how to savor, I would probably have a lot more fun at these experiences and obviously any experience in life where, I can enjoy myself. And so, from the module, what I learned about savoring is that it's pretty much, the opposite of what I had seen myself doing. To be able to savor is to just, you know, slow down, you know, come back to yourself and mindfully acknowledge the goodness of something that's happening. And you can savor things that have happened in the past, you can savor things that are happening exactly right now, and you can savor things that are yet to come. But basically, it is to cultivate positive emotion about, this experience of life. So, basically, how I learned to savor, among the strategies that there are to savor, what worked best for me was to mindfully acknowledge a good moment, you know, and what that involved is, stopping myself and realizing, like, hey, I'm having a really good time. Or, oh man, remember that great time that I had in the past? Or, man, I'm so excited for the goodness that is yet to come. And so once I mindfully acknowledged that, I had to learn how to stop and observe, like, what each of my five senses was like taking in at that moment. I remember so many times I've just been walking along and like I've noticed, wow, the clouds are really beautiful right now. And like the weather is so nice. And so right in that moment I think to myself, hey, what am I seeing? What are all these things around me that I appreciate so much? Oh, what do I feel? Is the air moving? Is it cold? Is it hot? Am I in my favorite sweater? Stuff like that. And I would go through each of my senses and really just take in like the goodness of that moment, to savor it. And then after doing that, I would kind of allow myself to feel gratitude, you know. And sometimes that would even involve accepting the imperfection of a moment, like, hey, I am drowning in homework, but that is okay because what I'm experiencing right now is actually really positive. And yeah, and for me that's all it took. So now, even though it's been weeks and weeks since I learned how to do this well-being strategy, I catch myself practicing it like almost every day, where something great happens and like I notice it, you know, things that I wouldn't notice before, like I notice now, and I allow myself to feel good about them. And to me, I think that's what savoring is all about. And I think that every person would benefit from learning it a little bit. And that is the end of my testimonial.